Hey Internet, Space Panther here. Many of you are probably familiar with my husband, Mango Thunder Slice, since he makes way more videos than I do. I've only really made a few on this channel. Not because I don't have anything to say, it's just I feel like only about 20% of me lives in this reality, and the other 80% is in somewhere else, some other dimensions. So it's difficult for me to really, take the message and make it into something concrete, and then put it out there on the internet, where you're, susceptible to so much judgment, so much criticism. And in the past I've been really sensitive to that. But I'm not so much anymore, not so sensitive to criticism. And I also recognize that the message is bigger than my feelings. So Mango talks a lot about, the economy, the government. He knows a lot about history, if you watch some of the more recent videos, and about how humans have really gotten to where we are now. And this, look around and everything seems so chaotic. But how did it get like this? So Mango has some really good videos on that. Sorry, my cat just tried to jump on the table and didn't make it. But what I'm really interested in is the health and the healing of the human body, because I feel like through healing the body, we heal the spirit, and vice versa. There's been these miraculous, people have cancer, all sorts of diseases, and they have these miraculous spiritual awakenings, and the disease is just gone. Or they go to somebody, like that's what Jesus is all about, right? People have this ability to tap into the divine and electrify the body, and then the body is at such a high vibration that disease can't even begin to exist anywhere, in the body. And so it's like, by awakening the spirit, we can awaken the body, but it also goes the other way around. By really awakening the body, we can awaken the spirit. And I look around and I see such this chaos everywhere. Everyone is just, especially, since Trump's become president, it's brought a lot to the surface. It's not like Trump has created this chaos. He's just, his presence is bringing out a lot in people. I guess what I'm saying is all of the chaos that we see has been here for a long time, and now it's kind of amping up. But this is like the whole thing with the Mayan calendar and everything. Time exists in spirals and is not linear. We have to perceive it that way. But basically what I'm trying to say is that my interests very much right now at this phase in my life are focused on total healing and regeneration of the human body at a cellular level. I'm studying Dr. Morse's work. It's Dr. Morse, M-O-R-S-E. He has a YouTube channel, and he just goes. Goes and talks about health and healing. It's all Q&A. You can write in questions, and he's a biochemist, naturopath, master herbalist. He's worked with hundreds of thousands of people, curing from all sorts of disease. And that's really the problem, is how we think of disease. We think of it as something out there that's going to get us, versus rather than looking at disease as a process of like, why is my body so weak that I can't, why not, I have cancer, that we should really be thinking like, how did I let my body get so weak that my cells became carcinogenic, that my body is full of cancer, how did I get this weak, rather than, oh, let's find a cure, because we just really need to shift our whole idea about how we see the disease process. So part of Dr. Morse's program is a high fruit diet. He recommends all fruit, and this is really for healing and cleansing, and there's a lot to get into this. It's pretty much like your lymphatic system, your kidneys. Maybe I'll make other videos on these specifically, but pretty much you can heal from any disease, autoimmune conditions, things like, even little things like high blood pressure, high cholesterol. People are on medication, toxic medication for their blood pressure and their cholesterol, things that are so easily controlled and managed through diet alone. So for healing, you really want to get your lymphatic system going, you can pretty much look inside your body and just cleanse. Our lymphatic system is the sewer system of our body, and when it's backed up, that's how disease happens. All these toxins we're exposed to, and even just acidic waste through the foods we're eating, in a healthy system, it would just get all flushed right out. Unfortunately, most of us have lymphatic stagnation, and also our kidneys are chronically weak. Almost everyone in the U.S. has kidney weakness. So we're really not in a your sewage system, your body is filtered out through your kidneys. So we're really just getting backed up, and that's how you have cellular degeneration from backed up acidic waste intracellularly, around all the cells. So the solution to disease is pretty easy, which is that get the lymph going, get the kidneys filtering, stop giving yourself, go on an alkaline diet in the meantime. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of check in. I just started a parasite cleanse. So I've been following Dr. Morse for years and years, but I always felt like I had too much to do to really commit 100% to detoxing. But now it's gotten to the point where I don't really have a choice. So I've been on a raw vegan diet, eating just juices. I have a juicer. I make fresh veggie juices, fruits, green smoothies, salads, nuts and seeds for about 4 months now. And I didn't really notice much of a difference. But then I started taking Dr. Morse's herbs, and I definitely, things started moving. So right now I'm on a 60-day, 30-day, 1 month parasite cleanse. So this parasite cleanse I'm doing, you can be on it anywhere from 1 month to 3 months to really get things going. And I've been on just a few days now. It's pretty much just drinking green juice all day and then having some greens at night, salad, maybe some fats like avocado, coconut oil, as well as taking the anti-parasitic herbs. So I just kind of wanted to give that update now. I've only been on this for a few days. Maybe I'll check in 2 weeks and 1 month and just kind of give an update as to how the parasite cleanse is going for me. I feel the need to kind of go into this because so many people are sick. And I think a lot of people, including myself, find spirituality through our bodies, and through, when you're so sick and you don't feel good, you kind of have to surrender to God, to the Great Spirit, to the universe, whatever language you want to use. You really surrender, and I think that's key to just becoming connected to the all, to the bliss, the nirvana, that I am one with everything. The number one part of that is surrendering. And I think detox can be so helpful for this, because when you really start detoxing, you don't really feel very well. All that bad stuff has to come out. So on the way out, you might have body aches, headaches. I did have some body aches and headaches when I first started getting my lymph going and my kidneys going, and I have some other detox symptoms as well. I've noticed a lot of mucus in my stools, even though I'm not eating anything mucusy. When I was younger, I used to eat cheese, and I would see this white mucus in my poop. And I know that's gross, but I'm sure lots of people have it. And what's interesting, since I've been, this detox I've been doing and now taking these herbs, is I see a lot of this mucus, even though I'm not eating mucus-forming foods, even though I'm just eating green juice and salads. So what that tells me is it's mucoid plaque in the intestinal wall. We have 26 feet of intestines, 26 feet. So, and there's layers. It is only 1 cell deep, but you have layers of plaque, and I think, number one, from the vaccines, that's how our digestion, well, there's inherited weaknesses, number one, but then the vaccines really, really do a number on digestion. And then, of course, the genetically modified foods, GMO, glyphosate, literally burns holes in your stomach. Dairy, super mucus forming, so many things really damage our digestion. But that's where, Hippocrates even said disease begins and ends in the gut. So that's a big, really good area to pay attention to. And I guess if nothing else, really focus on, if you, and this is kind of why I'm making these videos, is if you are trying to get yourself healthy, focus first on the gut. That would be, I guess, my biggest advice. You can take probiotics, digestive enzymes, because you have all this mucus. It's kind of insane, like how much, most people don't realize it because it's blackened, it's plaque, it's hard, it's hardened to the intestinal wall. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will check in maybe next week or the week after with an update on my parasite cleanse. You know, they say that when you do parasite cleanses, sometimes a lot of people actually say they've seen parasites in their stools, so I've been looking for that. I haven't seen it yet. A lot of parasites are too small to really be visible, and especially if it's in your stools, it's all mixed up in there, you know, so it's pretty much like the tapeworms, the roundworms, you know, flukes, those kinds that you can see. But it's important, I think, in a detox program, it's important to do a parasite cleanse first, because I had been trying for the past 4 months to really detox through food, and I found myself craving sushi like crazy and Reese's peanut butter cups. And it's interesting because, you know, I used to work at a sushi restaurant. I ate tons of sushi, and I think I probably got a parasite from the sushi. And now that parasite's living in me, and it's like, oh, I eat salmon, give me raw salmon, you know. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, like it, and I'll check in with you soon. Thanks.